I'm Trish with today's QOTD Question of the Day. And oh boy, if you think your house is a zoo now. We asked fans to tell us, if you could choose any exotic pet to have, what would it be? We've got a few fan answers coming up in a second, and we want you to use the links below to record.
As fans submit their answers, we add them to our all-day show, and you can also check out the QOTD playlist for some of our best answers so far.
You can use the link in the chat to vote for your favorite answers, and the ones that you vote for make it to the weekly championships on Thursday at 1 p.m. That's our Thursday Big Show.
Our first fan answer that we've got is from Michael, who thinks that us humans always want what we just can't have.
My exotic pet would be a fennec fox. I just think they're so adorable. They have really long ears, and they have cute little faces. I mean, it's basically a mix of a rabbit and a fox, and how can you not want a pet that's those two combined?
I'd never actually heard of this before, but I think it sounds adorable. And I love bunnies, and I really, really love foxes. So I'm with Michael on this one for my home zoo.
You never heard of a fennec fox? They're like bunnies with really sharp teeth.
Oh, adorable. But yeah, no, I get it. It's like you see those photos of those adorable, especially like baby animals, like the really small ones. You're like, oh, I would just love to like cuddle up with it. And then you remember that it's like a wild animal that might have diseases and is not meant to be tamed. And it's like, oh, okay, well, now I get it.
So in your head, Trish, they're all playing together. There's the bunny and there's the fawn, there's the fennec fox, and then there's the cute little wolf, and nobody eats anybody else. That's what you're thinking, right?
No, and bluebirds fly down and they pick up my dress.
Yeah, no, that's exactly how it's going to be. So long as we're fantasizing about our exotic pets, why not just go the distance? I totally agree.
Well, JJ, whose answer did you like?
I found a really great answer from Miss Campbell, who is ready to flaunt her exotic pet wherever she goes.
If I could have any exotic pet, it would definitely be a lion, because who wouldn't want to walk around with this big old huge lion walking around town telling everybody that they're the boss and, hey, I got this cool little pet with me.
So I totally understand where she's coming from. I mean, why do we think there was an entire TV series about people in Florida owning tigers? It's like, you can just flaunt it around you. It's like that commercial of that guy walking the pig and the Mr. Lofa Lofa is playing. That's how I imagine Miss Campbell walking around with her tiger.
But it's got to be like dangerous and illegal, because it's kind of the ultimate symbol of entitlement. I'm allowed to bring the tiger around, but nobody else is. And so there's something very bougie about the whole thing, right?
Mike Tyson had a tiger, right?
And The Hangover. It was awesome.
So Keith, did you have an answer you like?
I have a really interesting answer, and it's like this coin. It's like this cool, not cool coin from Ship 12.
If I could choose to have any exotic pet, I would choose to have a snow leopard. They're pretty fast. They can adapt in their environment. I might even settle for even a cheetah.
So it would be awesome to have a cheetah, but then if you've got a cheetah, that wants to run 70 miles an hour and bring down an antelope and needs like 1 billion miles of territory, once you bring that into your house, is it still a cheetah anymore?
Dogs and wolves at this point are practically different species, because we took the dogs and we adapted them into our environment. But it's with the same thing with cheetahs. The fact that they can run super fast, the fact that they have spots all over their body, all of that is designed to be in the wild and to be able to hunt. And so when you take it in, is it going to adapt? Is it going to slow down a little bit? Is it going to change its fur? And is it, like you said, is it going to lose all of those things that we're like, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be so cool to have a snow leopard for those reasons?
Exactly. You start off with a wolf and you end up with a French bulldog. Like, that's not doing anything for anybody.
Did you guys see that? I think it was just this week, the first non-spotted giraffe was born. This baby giraffe was born. It's all brown. They say it's the first in the world.
Oh, and you think that that's like a natural selection type thing, like where all the moths in Newcastle turned black when they were burning a lot of coal. Yeah, that's super interesting.
Yeah,
but pronounced giraffe.
It's not pronounced giraffe.
But fans, if you have an answer to this question, make sure to record your answer using the links in the description, and definitely make sure to do so before our Thursday Big Show. But now I think the time has come for our own answers. So starting with you, Keith, what exotic pet would you want to have?
I would like one of these guys. I would like a bear, right? Because bears are like the noblest creature. Bears, they don't mess with anybody, but don't mess with them. They're like, they live all around us, but they like mind their own business for the most part, and they love some good garbage. So they would get very along very well at my house.
Yeah. I wonder if they make like dwarf bears, if they could stay that size, I might be on board. But when
So
they
they,
get really big, they're scary.
so they could mix it with a poodle, right? And it would be called like a boodle, a baroodle.
All right, I'm really not into the mixing of breeds and things. So I did like Michael's answer, but mostly because I really like foxes, and I actually would pick a fox. You know, they can just run around in the yard. They don't even want to be in your house. They always find their way home, super smart. I don't have to scoop or shovel any crap, and they're so cute, and they wear boots. Those little booties. Love them.
So I have actually seen on TikTok, some people do have pet foxes. And I'm sorry to break it to you, Trish, because I know your thoughts on dogs, but they apparently do act very similar to dogs.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Ugh, gross.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, I couldn't live with one.
No, but you know what? I have seen them tickled on videos. And if you tickle them, they like giggle like little kids, like and it's so cute.
So I'm hearing the fox, and I totally get why the fox is a good idea. But I'm sort of intrigued by the idea of having a sloth. I guess it's sort of in the same vein as Miss Campbell wanting a tiger. But for me, it's just like, oh yeah, my bestie, the sloth. You know, we're like chilling out on the couch. You know, we're both slow moving a little bit. So I think we would both get along very well. And I also have a lot of trees in my yard. So that could also be like a cool place for the sloth to hang out at the during the daytime.
Have you thought that we've all sort of picked ourselves? So, like, let's say it, JJ, you've picked something that's sort of slothful, and I picked something that's unbearable. And Trish, of course, you're a vixen.
Record your answer using the links below. And hey, make sure to subscribe, follow, or register. And that way you'll get all of our new questions and announcements right into your daily feed.
Yes, thank you everyone who's watched, voted, and recorded so far this week. Remember, the top voted answers make it into our Thursday Big Show, so vote and record away.
And if you love this QOTD or any of this week's other QOTDs, you can say thanks by sharing, by liking, by putting a comment in the chat. Or if you really love what you see, go ahead and click that thanks button on YouTube. That's the one where you send us a little, I don't know, a little yummy snack for us to have in our little cage. We totally appreciate it. And if you do so, we will give you a shout out on the air.
And remember, fans, to answer today's question, if you could have any exotic animal as a pet, what would it be?
So what does a fox say?
Gyro.
A ding 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 ding. A ding 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 ding.